What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Exploring Comics. Today we will be focusing on the arch rival of Spider-Man, the Green Goblin, aka Norman Osborn. We're going to break down the Green Goblin for you. When Norman Osborn was first revealed to be the Green Goblin, it was also revealed that he got his powers due to a military experiment gone wrong. He tried the military formula on himself, but there were side effects. The formula did what it was meant to do. It enhanced his strength and reflexes, just like it was meant to enhance the strength and reflexes of soldiers on the battlefield. The bad side effect the formula had on Norman Osborn is the fact that it made his mind completely snap, causing him to be extremely short-tempered and having violent hallucinations. The Goblin costume that he went with was actually inspired by something when he was a child that terrified him. Goblins were something he really feared when he was a young child, so he decided to go with his fear and make it a reality. After an intense battle with our favorite webhead, Osborn would follow Spider-Man to an alley and watch Peter Parker emerge from the Spider-Man suit. Without hesitation, he attacked Peter, making him the first foe to ever figure out Spider-Man's secret identity. After he attacked Peter, he took him to a roof of a nearby building and tied him to the chimney. He would reveal his identity to Peter, showing that he is Norman Osborn, his best friend Harry's father. Spider-Man would eventually escape, and they would have an epic battle throughout the streets of New York. But ultimately, Norman would lose and take a huge blow to the head, causing him to have amnesia. But that wasn't the end for the Green Goblin. His memories would return, and he would quickly go after Peter's Aunt May. But there was a point in the comics that threw the Goblin for a loop. He found out that his son had overdosed. This destroyed his world, so he decided to get some revenge. He decided it was time to take out Spider-Man and strapped on the Goblin suit for one last battle. He would kidnap Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man's love, and throw her off of a bridge. Spider-Man was there in time and shot a web down to catch Gwen, but ultimately the force of him catching her and pulling her from such a tragic fall caused her back to break, and she died instantly. Peter was furious and vowed to get his revenge on the Goblin, but in the very next issue, Peter would get his revenge. Kind of. Green Goblin would go in for the kill, and Norman would send his glider to run into Peter with big blades sticking off of the end. But ultimately, Peter would use his spider sense and avoid the glider, jumping out of the way just in time for the glider to pierce Goblin. The Green Goblin killed himself. The fact that Green Goblin was responsible for the death of someone that Peter loves makes him one of the ultimate villains and will mark him for life for being one of the greatest Spider-Man villains, because he did what all the others couldn't. He actually succeeded in killing someone Peter loved. During the run of the Green Goblin, there were a couple other characters that donned the Goblin outfit and the mantle. First off, Harry Osborn, Norman's son, would go a little mad and don the Goblin costume himself. Using the same formula his father did to increase his strength, he would go on to continue the Goblin legacy as a tremendous foe for Spidey. Fashion designer Roderick Kingsley would actually retool the Goblin outfit, go a little crazy himself, and take the name the Hobgoblin. When you think the Green Goblin, he is mostly known for his glider and that patented, beautiful Goblin look. You also can't forget his array of high-tech weaponry, including his patented pumpkin bombs. Goblin will now and forever be an amazing villain for Peter Parker, and will go down in history as one of Spider-Man's greatest villains. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Exploring Comics. We did get to know a little bit about the Green Goblin. Now, Norman Osborn is an amazing character, and he has gone through so many crazy, critical moments in his past that there's way too many to name. This was just a nice origin of Green Goblin. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was actually a lot of fun to do. And next time we will be exploring the history of She-Hulk. So guys, make sure you subscribe and like this video if you would be so kind, and I hope you guys show up next time for the next episode of Exploring Comics. I will see you guys later.